Hello everyone, my name is Gareth. I'm here to share with you a powerful roadmap that has the power to transform your recovery. Whether you're just starting out in recovery and starting to realize the impact of addiction on your life, or you've been struggling for years, these steps are designed to help you reclaim your life and move towards a more lasting recovery. I'm not here to tell you that it will be easy, but I'm here to tell you it will be possible. I know firsthand how overwhelming it can feel to be stuck in that cycle of addiction for years and years and feeling like there's just no way out, feeling the helplessness and the hopelessness. But I've personally taken these steps in my own recovery and they've helped me regain control of my life. And they can help you too. So this roadmap is not just a series of steps, it's a guide to rebuilding your life from the ground up. It's about empowering you to take control, to make decisions that align with you, and to live a life that is full of purpose and fulfillment and joy. So let's dive in and we can explore these 6 steps to lasting recovery. The first step is acceptance. So in order to get anywhere, you have to know where you're starting. You have to acknowledge your current reality, because that's just the foundation of your recovery. If you put a destination into your GPS, you have to know where you're starting from. Otherwise, the directions that you follow are just going to lead you all over the place. It's about acknowledging where you're at, not just knowing where you're at, but knowing that without any judgment or denial. The shame that comes in can hold you back from really seeing the truth. Because acceptance, it's not defeat, it's not waving the white flag, it's having the courage to actually face your reality. And it's that first step towards empowerment because it allows you to take control of your own journey. So I've got a couple journal exercises for you to reflect on this. A couple questions that I'd like you to answer. The first is, what would it look like for you to fully accept your current situation? How would that feel? What feelings come up when you think about accepting your reality? I know for me, there was a lot of shame before I was able to reach this step. A lot of pain, a lot of anguish. And it doesn't mean that those feelings aren't going to be there, but that's the reality of the situation, that all those feelings come up, that you're experiencing all of those currently, and accepting that that's where you're at is the first place to start. So feel free to pause the video, do the journal entries, and come back. Okay, step 2 is desire. You have to cultivate a strong desire for change. It's the fire that fuels your journey in recovery. And it's not just a desire that, like, I want to change, I want to do things different. It has to be deeper than that. There has to be a deeper why than just wanting to change. When I was initially in recovery, my why was about external things. It was about my relationship with my wife or my kids. It was about all of these other reasons other than for me. And once your desire for change is anchored in, I'm doing this for me, that's when it becomes your fuel. It's that moment when the pain of staying the same becomes greater than the pain of change. You can dig and dig through this cycle over and over again, hitting rock bottom, or what you think is rock bottom, and not choose to do this for yourself. Or you can choose now that this is rock bottom for you, that it's not a specific event that happens when everything comes crashing down. It's just whenever you decide to stop digging. And when you reach that point, your motivation to keep going is fueled, it is enlarged, so that even when the journey of recovery gets difficult, you can come back to that and keep moving forward. There's another couple journal prompts for this. First is, what is your desire for change? Why do you want to change? What is it costing you to stay the same? And then what are you willing to do to achieve the life that you want? Is there anything that you're unwilling to do to achieve the life that you want? Again, take a moment, answer those questions for yourself, and then come back. Step 3 is emotional mastery, and what that means is learning to navigate and manage your emotions, not having your emotions control you. Emotions are powerful, and they're important, and they have a lot of messages for us, but they can, when they control us, they lead us down paths, and we want to be leading our lives, not our emotions leading our lives. Emotional mastery starts with awareness, recognizing and understanding what you are feeling in that moment. And as you learn to recognize it, you can start to develop healthy coping strategies to respond to emotions. You can learn to process them and sit with them and not need to escape from those emotions, because you can tolerate those emotions on a deeper level. Emotional mastery is a crucial step in breaking the cycle of addiction, because it is your emotional dysregulation that sends you back into the addiction cycle. And it creates a stable foundation for recovery so that when those triggers come up, you can tolerate them and move through them instead of avoiding them. So 2 more journal prompts for you. Number 1, what emotions tend to trigger your addictive behaviors? Now really consider this. Consider the last time maybe you relapsed. Think about what emotions you were feeling that led to that. Is that a pattern for you in your life? And then the second, how can you start to respond to these emotions in a healthier way? Give those some thought, write down some answers, and then come back. Step 4 is core belief transformation. You have to transform those limiting beliefs about yourself, because our beliefs shape our reality and our behavior. They're the lens that we look through the world at. And so you've got to be able to identify and challenge those negative beliefs that are fueling your addiction. Beliefs like, I'm broken, that there's something wrong with me. And that cycle of addiction will reinforce that belief over and over again. And what we have to do is replace those limiting beliefs with more empowering beliefs that break the cycle, that break the shame, that are really the reality and truth of who you are. And that helps to reinforce that foundation and make that foundation strong enough to support the life that you want to live, rather than being led and controlled by your beliefs about yourself, by your emotions, and without a desire to change. A couple more questions for this. What beliefs are holding you back? I gave some examples on the previous slide. Things like, I'm broken, or there's something wrong with me, or I will never be enough. Some of those may resonate with you, others may more. So just consider that for a few minutes. What beliefs are holding you back? And then what new beliefs can you adopt that will support your recovery? What are more empowering beliefs? Because you have the power to rewrite your own story. Your past does not define you. You have the power to rewrite it. Step 5 is aligning your identity, aligning your life with your true self. You built a new belief system, and now it is a matter of aligning your life and your actions to match that belief system. When in addiction, we act out of alignment over and over again. And that is a big part of the source of our shame that we feel. It causes a disconnect between who we are and who we want to be and who we're showing up as in our life. And identity alignment is about closing that gap and living in line with your values. You get to rediscover who you are and make choices that reflect who you are, which allows you to reclaim your power and live in a way that's true to that. There's so much power in living true to who you are. So much love, self-love that is built from living true to who you are. It is very healing of the shame that is built up during addiction. It is the exact antidote to that shame, is living in alignment and being seen and accepted and loved by yourself in that. So 3 more questions here to reflect on identity alignment. First is, who do you want to be? Who do you want to be? How would that person show up in their life? What choices would they make that are different to the choices that you make today? What values do you want to guide your life? And then how can you start making choices that reflect your true self? So give those some thoughts and come back. Step 6 is purpose-driven life design. It's creating a life that's full of meaning and purpose. Living with purpose, it gives you a reason to stay on the path of recovery. And when you live with purpose in recovery, recovery just becomes life. Recovery just becomes part of who you are and not something that you do. You need to discover what brings you joy and fulfillment and a sense of accomplishment. We used to know this. As kids, we did this easily. And now we get to rediscover what that is. Rediscover who you are and what lights you up, what energizes you, and design your life around your purpose in order to stay focused and motivated and living in alignment. Because living with purpose can transform your recovery journey. It gives you that reason to keep going even when things are tough. A couple more journal prompts here. What is your purpose? And it's okay if you don't have a clear answer for this right now. But these are questions that you get to start considering and finding those answers to. Once you know your purpose, how can you start designing your life around it? Because living with purpose is not just about what you do, it's about who you are and how you choose to show up in the world. So just to summarize here, this is your roadmap to lasting recovery. There's 6 steps: acceptance, desire, emotional mastery, core belief transformation, identity alignment, and then purpose-driven life design. These are the steps that I took. These are the steps that are your guide to building a life that reflects your true values and desires. My invitation is to you is to reflect on what you've learned and consider how these steps apply to your journey. And if you feel like you could use more guidance or support, consider reaching out. You don't have to do this alone. Transformation begins with a single step. Are you ready to take it?